Hello everyone, and welcome to Quantum Guidance, the channel where we talk about tarot and the energies within you, energies around you. And today we're doing a reading for the sign of Aquarius. Well, my dear Aquarius, my name is Juno, and let's dive into your reading for the month of June 2026. Cards are already flying out. First card out, trust. I accept that my inner voice will always guide me correctly. Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. My dear Aquarius. My dear Aquarius, what's going on, love? What is going on with you in the month of June? Well, first out, these two cards tell me that, you are trying to listen to your inner voice. So there might be a situation where you know something intuitively and you're learning to trust. And maybe that's a hard thing to do for you. Maybe it's a situation that's dear to your heart. That's why perseverance is here. Well, let's see. Well, again, cards are flying out. Three of Wands. Okay, Aquarius. Three of Wands. Page of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. And what do we have here? 10 of Pentacles. Oh, okay. Aquarius, what I see here, you are willing to take action towards something and offer a cup. You're offering a cup in a situation or to a person, not sure yet, but I'm going to find out. And it's it's going to pay off in a good way. It's going to pay off, but at least that's what you're expecting. Let's see what this is all about. It might be that you are. I don't know yet. Hold on. Let me see. Yes. Right, now I see. So there is someone. This is about someone. You are giving your cup to someone, but it's just not a person. There is a situation tied up to this person, which needs you to persevere, if you want to, of course. Now, that cup you're offering, this person is very dear to you, and it might be a very... This person, this energy is very dear to you, and it might be a very personal relationship also. But there's money tied up to it. There is. Your Pentacles. You worked hard for your Pentacles. I can see that because you went from the 9 to the 10. So the Pentacles are doing really good in June. But this person that you are somehow supporting, this person is loyal to you. I can see this. But there is also something hidden here, my dear Aquarius. This person, this person sees how loyal you are, and this person is also loyal to you. And to some extent, you're their wish fulfillment. But it's not, I don't feel that it is in a romantic way. It might seem that way, but there are secrets. This person has its own agenda. You have to be careful about that. Be careful in June. Be careful in June who you're dealing with, because this energy, it's like you have this friendship with someone that's very deep and bonded, but right now this person is in a situation where they don't act from a place of true friendship or true love. They're acting, it almost seems like just they're trying to survive, and they're kind of using you for it. I know that's a terrible word to use, but it's what it feels like. Let's see what the energy cards have to say. The Sun. Okay, so you're happy to help. Well, that's Aquarius, humanitarian of the whole bunch. You are happy to help. You're happy to share what you've got. Financial constraint. I feel that that is the other person you're dealing with. So this person's in a financial constraint, and there is a question coming your way, my dear Aquarius. I can tell you that right off the bat here. This person you're dealing with, it is a true friendship, and they appreciate you. They know they're loyal to you also, if you're wondering. But they're in kind of a bind, in a financial constraint, and they see you as being very abundant and able to help. So, you know, they're focusing on you for that help. Now, since this is something about a person, I'm going to see what this person is up to. Let's see. Let's see. What is the person Aquarius is dealing with in June up to? Friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Here we go. And courage. I find the inner strength to face the fear with confidence. Okay, so this person is very fearful. Not fearful of you, but fearful of the whole situation. I feel that they are in a very, very constrained bind financially, not only financially, but also emotionally. Whatever it is that is going on in June with this person, your person, the person you're dealing with, is very overwhelming for them. They're in a flight or fight position. That's where they're going to be. So be mindful of that, because people who tend to fight, you know, they can be very unscrupulous, and the people who tend to flight, you know, they can be avoidant, basically, in all essence of the word. So be mindful of that. But they see the strong friendship that you have. They see that. They see that. And it might even be that, you know, that you're intimidating to them, because you are this very abundant person. You have your affairs in order. So, you know, you're might be that they even find you intimidating at times. Maybe you're trying to guide them through something, and they find you intimidating. Let's see. Tarot. Queen of Wands. Yes, that is how they view you, as the Queen of Wands. Six of Pentacles, very generous. So you've been here before. Two of Pentacles, juggling things. And the Hierophant. Here we go. This person sees you as a very abundant Queen of Wands. You have everything, and you're very generous. You're generous in your time. You're generous in your emotions. You're generous in, you know, maybe you've helped them before, and they know how generous you can be. I feel that. I can feel that. But they're also juggling. So there is somebody else involved. Now, remember, somebody else involved doesn't mean it has to be romantic. It can also be a situation that demands their attention. And that might be the case since we have financial constraints. So, yes. And the Hierophant. The Hierophant here talks about, you know, retreating. So what I said, you know, the flight or fight modus, it seems that they are going to be in flight modus in June. So be very mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. Because people who tend to go into flight mode, if you try to save them, and Aquarius, you are the humanitarian of the whole zodiac sign, the most humanitarian, the most visionary, and you know, you can think out of the box and find a way to solve it all. But people need to be able to receive what you're putting out there for them. And if they're in a Hierophant mode, you might want to think about if they can actually hear what you're saying or see what you're doing for them. Because if somebody's in the flight mode, most of the time they can't see it. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of timing here. Be very mindful of the timing when you put something out there for them, or what you do for them in general, actually. Because it seems like this person is so overwhelmed that just, you know, sitting there, stuck, not knowing which way to go and looking at you for answers. Oh, my darling. Yeah, here we go. They're looking at you for answers. They want this situation to end, the constraint they have. Yeah. Yeah. See, they feel that they have a cross to bear. And the cross to bear here is that situation that they're in. So it does feel very heavy what they're in. I have to say that. I have to say that. And there is someone else involved also. That is one thing that is for sure. And this person, the person that your person is involved with, is a huge part of this financial constraint, basically. This person, your person wants it to end because they want to come towards you and start a new journey with you. Now, this might be, a renewal of a friendship, might also be romantic, but they want to. But they have a cross to bear. And I feel that they are going to be very honest with you in somewhere in June, but it will be in the end of June, not starting of June. It will be in the end of June. It'll take them some time to get their thoughts in order, get their words in order to come towards you correctly. Now, let's see. What do the energy cards have to say about your person, my darling Aquarius? It seems that you are going towards a very exciting month, actually. Might be an emotional roller coaster, even, if I look at the cards like this. Here we go. Let's see. What's your person up to? Angels of the four directions. Yeah, they're praying. They're praying, and they're hoping, and they're going towards anything that can help them out. So that might be the other person involved and taking steps. They know that they have to take steps, but they're frozen at the moment. They're frozen. And it's about taking steps towards bettering the situation that they are in, but at the same time, they want to better the situation that you are in with them. So yeah, they're looking for help in all directions, basically. Angels of the four directions, it's not only praying for help, it's not only manifesting help, it's putting out the energy of help me out there into the universe. But the thing is, if you want to be helped, you need to, I'm sorry to say this, but come off your ass and take action. And they will, but it will take some time. So by the end of June, you probably see some action coming in this person and taking steps towards a new beginning. Now, this is relational. You're dealing with a person. I don't know if it's romantic because it might also be a friendship, but I know that this connection that you have is very dear to you and very dear to them. So, be mindful how you proceed in this one. I'm going to pull some reality check cards. Since this is something relational, let's see what the bond is. Let's see. What will they be offering Aquarius in the month of June? Let's see. They are offering you an internal door. Now, closure is not a conversation you have with them. It is the moment you decide to deserve better. The apology is not coming. Forgive yourself for waiting. So they're offering themselves self-closure. They're offering you self-closure. Well, that might be that, like I said, for the first part of June, you might not hear from this person and you will be like, okay, I got ghosted. Well, thank you very much. And you're going to be, get your own closure. That's how it would feel. Now, let's see what you are projecting onto this connection you have with this person, this energy. What is Aquarius projecting onto this? Let me see. Let's see. The wall. The truth. A boundary without a consequence is just a suggestion. People who get angry at your boundaries are the ones who benefited from you having none. Okay, so this is eerily correct with what we saw in the reading here. It would seem, my dear Aquarius, that you've been here before. with this same person, and you try to set boundaries, but somehow you break your own boundaries. So that's what you're projecting onto this situation. So it might be because you're such a humanitarian, you just keep going back to this, because you feel sorry for them, or you just can't look away because that's who you are, Aquarius. You can't look away. So that is what you're projecting on it. Now let's see what happens if you choose to stay. I'm wondering if you choose to stay, if Aquarius chooses to stay in this situation and help this energy out, what will the possible outcome be? The filter. Oh boy. The truth. You are collecting crumbs and calling it a loaf. One good day does not erase a month of neglect. Here we go. So, the cards are very clear about what's going on here. I'm gonna get a sacred cycle card, but I'm gonna explain this to you. So, you see, for a long while, you're not going to hear from this person because they're stuck. So you're not going to hear anything. And then you probably will, you go like, I'm going to close this off myself. I don't need closure. It's fine. It's what it is. Because that is who you are, Aquarius. Your cutoff game is very, very good. But there is a calculating element to what this person, your person, is doing, because they know that you, as an Aquarius, can't look away from hardship. So they might be coming back, or you are going back to them because you're like, well, I know there are people who need my help and I know how to help. I can't just stay away. That's your humanitarian spirit. That's your huge empathy, Aquarius. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of that. It's good to have a huge heart. It's really good to want to help, but not to the extent where it hurts you. Now the filter here, it says, you're collecting crumbs and calling it a loaf. Are you, Aquarius? Are you? Should be mindful of that. Take up account of what's going on in June, because you'll be hearing from this person by the end of June, like after the 20th. So. And that's what I feel after the 20th. So in a couple of weeks, you'll be hearing from them. And, take account of what has happened. How long have they ghosted you? Because they are ghosting you. And yes, they are ghosting because they're in a flight mode. They're frozen. They don't know which way to go, what to do. But I can see how much you poured into this, mentally, emotionally, financially, materially, whatever you want to call it. And you have to see if this person is respecting what you poured into this. Are they doing good by you? You're the only one who can judge that. And then filter out if you are collecting crumbs or if you're actually being offered a loaf. I'm going to pull out a sacred cycle card just to see what cycle you're in. Oh, 2 fell out. Well, that's great. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got, my lovely Aquarius? Herbal protection. Herbs offer protection and clarity. Use their magic to clean your space and open the way for visionary insights. Exactly. And then we have the pomegranate portal. The pomegranate opens the gateway to the underworld, embrace both life and death as intertwined forces of transformation. There you go. What I can see, your cycle here, Aquarius, your cycle here is one of being the visionary in your own life. And not only into helping this other person, who is very dear to you, but it's opening your visionary insights for what you want in your life, and to see clearly if this person, this energy fits into your life or not. And, is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it that you're pouring everything into it and they're giving you crumbs? So be mindful of that. Be very mindful of that. And I feel that you're going to come to clarity with it, because You've been here before. You know how this person acts. You know it's not from a malicious point of view from this person, but it's where they are. They're stuck in a situation and they see you as a way out. So right now, this friendship you have, this relationship you have with this person, for them, it's a way out of things. So be mindful, be very, very mindful when you interact with this person in June. Be very mindful. And, you know, protect your own energy. Protect your own energy. Don't let them drain it. Don't let them drain it. Some people, some people are able to project their own sorrow and misery uponto you. And you, Aquarius, being the humanitarian, the, so huge, such a huge heart and so empathic, you sometimes can lose yourself within that. So be very mindful of that. And, if someone leaves, or if you have to cut the situation out or set a boundary, if you know that's for your highest good, you should do that. Don't let this person trick you into, being stuck in their own cycle and then harming your own stability, not just your coins, but also your mental stability, because we have the snake here. We have the snake here. So it can also harm your mental stability. You should be very, very careful of that. So this person, it's a relationship, but it's evolving in June into something that is more transactional than anything else. Balance. Find balance to maintain harmony in relationships. Here you go, Aquarius. Your challenge for this June is to find the balance within this relationship. Now, let me see. How can you find this balance? Oh, here we go. Four of Swords. Take time out. And the answer will come. Exactly. We have the Nine of Cups again. Everything has turned out well. Enjoy your success. Well, that's true. And here we go, the Knight of Swords. That's you, the Knight of Swords, charging forward. So how do you find your balance, Aquarius? Your balance within this relationship, that in June is turning from a true loving thing to a transactional thing. Due to circumstances, it's not malicious. It's due to circumstances. But take your time out and really figure out how much you're willing to pour into this, and how much you can handle or carry for this person, because this person is going to sit back and he's going to expect you to carry the lot. Now, the Nine of Cups, it's compassion, trust in the universe, and everything will turn out well. That's very easily said, but in this case, I'm reading it as, while you pull back and take your time out, this person won't have any other option than to get off his ass and take steps. So that would be the first thing to do. Take a step back, let them act, let them sort out things that they need to sort out. And then, when they come back with an actual plan, you can help out. You can help out if you want to. Knight of Swords, strong, energetic action. So that's the advice here. My dear Aquarius, you are in for a roller coaster of emotions in June. Yes, you are. You are. But you can handle it. You can handle it. You are the visionary of the pack. You're very abundant. You are very stable from yourself, but this person is able to affect you. So, roller coaster ride in June. You know what to do. Take a step back. You know what you're projecting onto them. Safeguard your own boundaries. Don't step over your own boundaries. Otherwise, this will be a whole roller coaster ride. So, my dear Aquarius, that is what I have for you. If you liked the reading, if it resonated, please, please, please like, share, subscribe, and know that you are appreciated. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.